Hello and welcome back to Rawslowgaming and our Let's Play series of Football Manager 2019 with the Bath City Football Club. We're currently in our third season and first season in Värmland National League. And overall we are 15 games in, as you see here, and we have been starting pretty good. Currently 11th in the table, and we are expected to fight for surviving this season in the league actually, so we're definitely doing above expectations so far. And we have a pretty tough game coming up here, but it's at home at least, so against Sutton United here in 2 days, who are 10th in the league, so it should be a pretty tight game nonetheless. And we get notification of quite a few players here getting homegrown. We'll move on here. And if you do enjoy the content that we are doing here, please smash that like button, as it will really help the channel, and also let me know that you like the content. Actually, it is the best way to show me just that. And also do leave a comment about just about anything you see here in these episodes. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button as well, the subscribe button, so you're sure to not miss out on any of the new daily content that we bring to you here on Rawslowgaming. So we get a pre-match technical advice summary here from our assistant manager Jim Rollo. So we'll add this team instruction to add. And according to the bookmakers, we are very much underdogs here in the upcoming game. Hopefully we can make an upset here. And yeah, the update about the UK leaving the European Union, it's a little bit of a laugh, since that is something that at least before I played is that there are just talks and never getting actually through this. But let's actually take a look here what they are saying here. And from actually on the end of this season, there are no details yet, but player outside the European Union will need to apply for work permits to play in United Kingdom. So basically I think this is more or less like the rules are right now actually. And yeah, I don't know what the rules are now, but I think that is very similar. Please do write a comment to correct me if I'm wrong, if that's not the actual ruling that is now. So we have 2 players in the team of the week from our last game, which is very nice here. And we got some player development advice here. And several players thinks there is a lack of depth in midfield, and they are maybe a little bit weak in the midfield on the wingers. And we have a very good respect from our players, so that's very nice. Adloy finally being fit here, so he's allowed to play for 45 minutes according to our staff, but I don't really think he's in good condition that is good enough for him to be in the team, so we'll not use him. And speaking about that, we have Stuart here as well with very low conditions. We'll put in Hill instead. And we have Mark and Day as well with a pretty low rating, so we'll put on a Rig, which is not a good choice. So we'll have him on the left hand side, and we'll have Gray on the right hand side there. And we'll put in, let's see here, so we have Candy, Markanday, Hutton and Mellus on the bench at the moment. I think we want I think we want Stuart instead of Hutton on the bench. We'll go to the kickoff here and hope that we can get a good result here once again. after that amazing game in last episode, or last game in the last episode, where we did a super game against Maidstone, I believe it was. So a highlight here in the second minute, and it's looking to be for Bassett, and it's just over the bar. So also we have the last season we fought with Wellstone, who are also doing very, very good in the league, and were expected as well to be in the relegation battle, actually having worse odds than us to winning the league, but they are actually doing better. We have a highlight here going on for Sutton, and it's out to a corner here. So the corner will be hit here, corner coming in from Sutton, and outside just the penalty box here, and driving the ball a little bit outside, and still having the ball just outside the penalty area, passing back and forth. We'll see here where it takes them, and that's the end of the highlight. But actually the highlight comes back straight after that throw-in, and they put it a little bit wide here to the right hand side, and we stop here just our left hand side, and we have it in our defense up to Rigg, and a long ball up to Oliver, 1-on-1 versus the keeper, but he fails, the keeper saves, and he failed on his second chance there as well. On the rebound he didn't really get to it, and a free kick here from Sutton, looking very dangerous, and it's a goal here for Sutton, unfortunately making it 0-1 here for Bass City versus Sutton. So yeah, no player really marking the back man there, so definitely a mistake from the defense, I'd say. So we'll definitely start shouting here, and a second chance, and they get another goal here for Sutton, making it 0-2 for Bass City versus Sutton. So again, a super mistake in the markings, and well, I can't say too much about the keeper performance there, but yeah, this is not good at all, so we'll move our mentality up to attacking here to try and salvage something. But we have another free kick here from Sutton, and this time at least it's not a goal, so it was high and wide. And we'll continue shouting here, we'll show some passion and demand more, which I think are the best shouts, or the shouts that are working best, at least for me. And that's pretty much the end of the first half. Yeah, so after one half the scoreline is 0-2 for Bassett versus Sutton. Shots are 4-7, shots on target 2-4, and possession 49-51%. So overall, I'd say alright start of the match looking at these stats, but not really the case when we are considering the goals as well, which we always should do. It's all about the goals actually. If you didn't know, I sounded like I didn't know there in that sentence or situation. Anyway, looking at the ratings of our players, we see that many have underperformed here, mainly our defensive line, so we'll criticize them calmly here, that we are not happy with their performance. And we had Hayden here not reacting good to that individual talk, and we'll give that same individual talk to Oliver, who's looked stressed. He's still do after getting that feedback himself, so probably we'll switch Oliver out pretty darn soon. A highlight here, Paxman with a free kick just over the bar, actually landing on top of the bar. And we'll do substitution here pretty soon. We'll do that right now actually, and we'll definitely take off Oliver here, who's not reacting good to that, and we'll play Madaluz as a poacher, or no, we'll play him pressing forward. in his favorite position together with Brandt, and hope that will work with that they are a good fit together. And actually we just need to take Genovese off, who's not performing well. And all these green boxes, we try to follow them for the best chance to get a result. They are suggested from our assistant manager, I believe, to a chance to increase the result. We go up to very attacking in mentality as well, and it's a shot here from Mandalus, and it hits the bar here as well. It's a little bit unlucky here, not getting a goal actually. And I should demand more there. I should have maybe, or I feel like show some passion, maybe would have been better, but certainly did what I wanted here. So another highlight here in the 82nd minute. Ball going back and forth here a little bit, but we seemed to break the ball, but didn't do so in the midfield, unfortunately. And they're pushing forward here on the right hand side, and it's a lucky bounce. And they have the ball back and get a second chance here on the right hand side, putting it into the just outside the penalty box, and it's another goal here for Sutton United, unfortunately making it 0-3 for Bassett versus Sutton. And very good passing, and a little bit lucky on that clearing or on that tackle that we didn't get to the ball. And a good shot there from Sparkles. I guess maybe the keeper should have saved that, but yeah, can't say too much about it. And I will get another highlight here in the 84th minute, and it still seems to be for Sutton. Sutton with the ball here on the right hand side, putting it in, but failing to meet or get to the target. We have the ball to Rigg, to Paxman, up towards Brandt, but failing there as well in the pass. Munch there break the ball at this, so Malalus getting here, and it's 1-on-1 versus the keeper, but he shoots into the post and it bounces into the keeper after that. So I think we have had 3 hits on the goal actually, or the frames of the goal. So I think we'll definitely unlucky here, losing this game 0-3. I don't think we maybe should have won the game, but definitely not losing like this. So the final scoreline for Bassett versus Sutton is 0-3. Shots are 12-3. Shots on target is 4-6, and possession 47-53% after full time. So looking at our players, we have them definitely not playing well, and certainly not Hayden and Tavares, or center defenders here, having a terrible game. And we'll definitely, I think we'll actually sub both these players out in the next game and play Candy and Batten. If we have both players with us, I'm actually not quite sure if we do, but I think we'll play both those players out of the team next match. So after that match, it brings us all the way down to 15th in the league. We're still doing good, so nothing to worry about like that. But nonetheless, not a good result for us. And attendance here with 974 is not good either here, unfortunately. And I will just move forward here towards the match against Harrogate Town at home as well, who are 19th in the league, so hopefully it should be a pretty easy game. But saying just like that, I guess we'll probably lose it, just because of the reason that I said it is going to be an easy game. You shouldn't say that no game is easy, and it's very easy to underestimate the opponents, but I hope we can have a better result here in this match. We'll definitely do some switching around in the team after that performance though. And we get some pre-match tactical advice here once again, actually a lot of pre-match tactical advice, but the only thing we'll really do is add this team instruction, and then we'll do some players to drop here as suggested. and according to the bookmakers here, we are slight underdogs actually against Harrogate, but hopefully we can make good use of the match nonetheless. And let's go through the scouting meeting here. So this keeper might have been interesting, but he's a little bit too old, and we did sign a pretty good keeper here. And we had a very good training overall last week with an average training rating on 7.59, which is very, very nice. We have Oliver improving even more here. So sharply improving on composure, for example. We're jumping 1.2 in rating over 1 month. It's very, very good. So let's actually praise Merch and Oliver here, I think. So we'll actually do this one, that they are developing really, really nice. We'll just praise Candy for his training performance here. Maybe we'll praise Madeleine for his increased, not really, but we can praise for his training performance. And now we can do the same for Paxman here as well, just to try to improve the morale of our players a little bit. So we'll go to the team selection down here. We'll, as usual, let all our senior squad players that need match sharpness to play in the under 23s for 60 minutes per match until they are match fit. Just to try to let all the players play, even though if they are in the senior squad and not really used, so we need them to be fit and match ready if we do need them. And speaking about that, we'll do Batten and Candy, both in the as center defenders in this match, and we'll actually switch out Merch as well. He's a little bit tired and suggested to switch out. Then we'll put Stuart back in instead of Hill. And we'll also put in Markanday once again, and we'll get Rigg off the team. And Lloyd now fit to play up to 75 minutes, so we'll put him in instead of Oliver. And Oliver actually getting up to 2.5 stars there, which is very nice. And we'll put Oliver on instead of Madlaluz, or do we do that instead? Yeah, well, instead of Madlaluz, we'll have Oliver on the bench, and we'll submit the team here. Now we'll hope here that this works out a lot better than our last match, that we definitely underperformed and or got a little bit unlucky. Hopefully these guys can pull it together now after switching out some key players here. And we do have the defense in Harrogate looking very tired from the start here, so hopefully we can have a good chance of making something happen due to that, maybe. So not much at all happening here in the first 30 minutes, so actually I'm thinking that maybe moving up our mentality, but often of the times it seems to be a little bit counterintuitive, but we seem often to get very much counterattacks against us, and actually them getting more shots on target. So I don't really want to risk it, and we do have a Highland here building up. A little bit hard to see where it's going at the moment. The ball going back and forth, and with bad passes and breaking the ball in midfield. But I do think that were the chance, maybe, and not really the case. And the case here is really, it was a long highlight for Stuart getting a second yellow card here, and that is not good. So we will be one man short here for the rest of the game in the first minute. and not really what we want to see or do at all. We'll move our Paxman here to center midfielder, and he will be playing not central midfielder, or actually that's the only role he can play there, so he will play center midfielder attacker, which isn't the best really, but I think that's how we will do it, and hopefully we can keep it together nonetheless, even though we are one player short. So that's the end of the first half here, and the second. So the scoreline after one half: 0-0 for Bath City versus Harrogate. Shots 3-5, shots on target 1-3, and possession 49-51%. And we have been, well, not really having a good first half here. And players reacted negative to the comments, and I guess that they certainly would do here if our assistant manager says unlucky boys, it wasn't our night, because they have been playing pretty bad. Overall, looking at the ratings, they are actually quite alright in the defense, but the midfielders and up are doing a terrible game. Quite passionate to do here to Markanday. And actually we have no good there on passionate, so we'll do assertive, and we'll say that we are not happy with his performance. And we'll continue the second half here, and one change we'll maybe do quite early is to switch Adloy out. He shouldn't play that long, even no matter what, and put Oliver in instead, and maybe that can make something happen. But we do have a highlight here in the 51st minute, looking to be for Harrogate. The ball playing back and forth a bit outside our penalty box, but the ball is broken by Paxman, and it's a long ball up to Adloy, but he didn't get to the ball, and it's a counter attack here, building up fast, and it's Leslie versus our keeper, but our keeper saves and turns it out to a corner. So the corner coming in here from Harrogate, and we do a pretty bad clearing there, I'd say. And we'll do some substitution here a little bit early, but we are definitely not playing that great, so we'll switch out Oliver. Now we'll definitely switch out in the midfield as well, so we'll switch out Paxman actually for Hill, and I will switch Gray around with Markanday, and we'll switch Rig in, and we'll hope that our defense can hold up. They have been playing actually decently well. Our midfield have not, so we'll switch in our, well, actually the whole midfield. We'll shout one time, show some passion here. We do get the highlight here in the 61st minute, and it's Harrogate with the ball and leading the game at the moment, and that's nothing we don't expect since we are one player short. And our mentality has gone down to very defensive, as a suggestion, I guess. We haven't changed it just any time, but that must be due to us being one player short, and that's alright. And we have a long ball up to Oliver here, and he passes it in to Brunt and can get it to Hill, and Hill versus the keeper, and it's a goal here for Bath City, making the lead 1-0 for Bath City in the 62nd minute with one player short. Very impressive stuff there, and very, very nice going for us. So lovely stuff there on a counter attack. And yeah, if we keep this up, I will be very, very happy and proud of the lads and the team performing in this way. And a second chance here from Oliver, one-on-one versus the keeper again, but not again. He did pass last time, so but he did get a chance there, but unfortunately didn't win that or we didn't score that time. And that's what I meant to say. So we have 20 minutes to go here, a little bit less now after I said that. And we have no substitution left to do. We would like to switch Genovese out here, once again performing very poorly, but we can't. So 5 minutes to go now, and I saw our league table there that at the moment we have 7 wins, 3 draws and 7 losses. So I say we are pretty even amongst the most teams, I'd say. And we have a highlight in the 88th minute. Genovese doing a very good tackle there, so maybe he can increase his rating. And a ball up to Oliver once again versus the keeper, but it puts it just wide. How nice it would have been there to get a goal to secure this match, but we have 30 seconds to go here, and I think we have this match in the bag, so to say, even though we're 1 player short. So a very good performance here from the lads. I shouldn't say too much too soon though, but it's a free kick against Harrogate here, and 0 seconds to go on the match clock, so I think the whistle will go off here once we hit this free kick, or maybe even before that. And before that, and that's it. So the final scoreline here now for Bass versus Harrogate is 1-0. Shots 8-8, shots on target 5-5, and possession 47-53%. So very happy with the performance from the lads here, and very happy that I did the substitutions here on the midfield. I think it definitely worked out for the best, you could say. We did switch out, of course, not the whole midfield. We switched in Oliver as well, but he had good reasoning in the assist there, and also the chance and everything. So very, very nice to manage to get a win there, and Barrett performing very well again. So definitely an improvement from after we signed Barrett, which is very nice to have a good keeper in the team, so you can rely on him. But he's been pretty much up and down actually all season long, or not all season long, but since we signed him. Anyway, we moved up to 13th place after that match, securely in the middle of the league. And pretty close here in the league, I'd say, from us in 13th place to 2nd place. It's actually only 9 points up to 2nd place. And to, let's see here, to relegation zone, it's actually more than 9 points, so it's 10 points to the relegation zone. So feeling pretty secure and pretty good right now actually. And the attendance here were unfortunately pretty bad, with only 920 persons attending the game, which is a little bit bad just. And we'll do no action against Carl Stewart for his 2 yellow cards in that last match. And after that will be everything in this episode actually. So if you have liked the episode, remember to smash that like button. It will really help a lot, or thumbs up button. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscription button as well, but do it only once. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.